division. Firstly, fighting out of the red corner with a record of 14 wins, 1 loss with 9 KOs to his name. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 8 stone, 3 pounds and 4 ounces, and tonight he wears the white shorts. Please welcome, from Buenos Aires, Argentina, Hector Rolando Guzman! And across the ring in the blue corner, with a record of 18 wins, 1 loss with 9 KOs to his name. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 8 stone, 7 pounds, 6 ounces, and tonight he wears the gold and blue shorts. Please welcome a former IBF bantamweight champion and a man of many, many belts. Please welcome, from Ellesmere Port, the baby-faced assassin, Paul Butler! Your referee in charge of the action is Mr. Steve Gray of Fleetwood. He will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Oh. Okay, boys, if a cold break, you take 1 step back. Don't punch around the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is 10 3-minute rounds.
And that's the way a referee speaks, loud and clear. Steve Gray officiating this one. We'll see how good Hector Rolando Guzman, El Duende, the Goblin they call him. We'll see how good he is, and I think that will become apparent at a fairly early stage here. Butler for once, and again.
Lovely shot.
Oh, he's gone down. First body shot. Well, well, well. And it has a look of permanence. The gum shield's out. The crowd don't like it too much, but he ain't getting up. It was a peach of a shot, and it's all over, ladies and gentlemen.
That was an absolute beauty of a punch. Really was. I think Guzman was offering the body, to be fair, but we know how good of a body puncher Paul Butler is. We've seen it early on in his career. And an early night for the babyface assassin.
Well, let's watch again.
Look at the elbows, though, of Guzman. Hanging out. That was the first exchange when he tickled his ribs a little bit, but this is the shot now.
Here comes the big one now, there.
Okay, that is a vintage Butler, though. That's what we've seen early on in his career, of his rise to the world title. You know it's a good shot, it's just a half a second with a second delay.
Timing, isn't it, Barry? And he's got a big smile on his face up there in the ring. As well he might. He's enjoying the acclaim.
His timing and distance, he slides that front foot, so he's in a safe distance, and so is Guzman. And then once he makes a mistake, Guzman, he slides that front foot into distance, dips that right foot, shoulder forward, and then comes back with a beautiful left hook.
He and Anthony Farnell were high-fiving and smiling happily. It's the sort of thing that they've been preparing and training, working as ever on his power, relaxing him so he can deliver his shots absolutely to perfection. And that was one of his very best, wasn't it?
It was, and you've got to tend to think that maybe Guzman, the way he shaped up and the way he had his elbows sticking out quite wide, that it was a gift here for Paul Butler. But you still got to throw the shot, and I think all that movement in doing it, with sliding the front foot, as I said, just the little dip of the shoulder before he lets that left hook go. That's something that we've seen time and time again with Paul Butler against good opposition. This guy, who knows whether he was going to be good or not, because Paul didn't give him a chance.
Well, we've had some quick finishes tonight, and there is another one. 2 fighters being drawn together, and Mark Burdiss gives the final words on a very brief contest indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 30 seconds of the first round, the fight has been stopped. Hector Rolando Guzman has failed to beat the referee's count. The winner in the blue corner, from Ellesmere Port, the baby-faced assassin, Paul Butler!
Good win.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the gallant Hector Rolando Guzman.
We never really saw whether Guzman could fight or not. Butler just took him out with a superbly placed body shot. And now we'll plan to the future, maybe Jamie Conlon.
Paul Butler said he wanted to impress, and he certainly did that. I think that's our third fight of the night that's gone under 1 round. Steve, you had quite a lot to do with Paul Butler. You had a really good chat with him earlier in this week, saw his progress, and said that he really needed to show something here tonight because he wants more titles. He wants that world title. He wants that fight against Jamie Conlan. If Jamie Conlan's watching, what will he be thinking from that?
He'll be thinking he would have done the same thing to that opponent.
Was it the opponent that wasn't very good then?
It was a good shot, don't worry about that. But I mean, I just know when he was being counted there, he still had enough to turn around and split his gum shield out. It was a good shot, but I think any ambition, it just knocked out of him.
Do you think he didn't want to be here?
Maybe so. I mean, it's a peach of a punch, isn't it, at the end of the day? And you had to look impressive. I mean, look at that. That's textbook stuff, that is. A perfect left hook to the body, bit of a delayed reaction, and he's thought, you know what, I don't want any more of this. But as I say, that's a painful shot.
It's that body shot again that we've seen throughout the night.
And it's a similar situation in that the punch that's been delivered, a left hook to the body, but the first one that we saw earlier on in the